Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
A very good Wednesday afternoon to you, and thank you so much for joining us on Valley News Live at noon. I'm Kyle Bosch. New for you at noon, the Minnesota DOT has reopened a portion of I-94 near Dalton, Minnesota. It was closed for several hours after a semi driver fell asleep at the wheel and was hit head-on by another semi. The Minnesota State Patrol says the first driver woke up as his truck was hitting the shoulder. He tried to regain control but overcorrected and jackknifed. Now, the semi was blocking both lanes of traffic. That's when a second semi came along and hit it head on. 3 people were taken to the hospital, but they have non-life-threatening injuries. The crash happened right around 5:30 this morning and backed up traffic for several hours.
Well, you can see the amount of resources it takes with large vehicles like this hauling cargo. There's a lot of weight you have to deal with the cargo to get it unloaded, to get the semis uprighted and towed away.
Now, troopers tell us that if semi-drivers are on routes and feel that they should pull over and take a break to avoid accidents, it's recommended that they do it. A Bemidji woman who left her 6-year-old cousin to freeze to death likely won't spend any time in jail. Rachel Downer pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter in the death of Mercedes Mayfield. A judge sentenced Downer this week to 10 years probation. Downer was babysitting Mayfield back in February of 2014 when investigators say she left the girl outside an apartment building in Bemidji, assuming the girl would be able to get back inside. Temperatures that night, however, reached 27 degrees below zero. The girl did not get back inside and was found dead of hypothermia the next morning. The North Dakota Highway Patrol has identified a 1-year-old girl who died after being run over in a driveway. A woman was backing a pickup out of a driveway at a home near Stanley Monday afternoon when that truck hit 1-year-old McKinley Kraft. McKinley was rushed to a Stanley hospital but died of her injuries. Troopers say charges will not be filed in the case. In our schemes and ripoffs this Wednesday afternoon, the West Fargo Police Department has issued a warning after a woman lost thousands of dollars in a computer and phone scam. Investigators say the victim's computer started making noises, then a message appeared telling her to call a phone number to have the problem fixed. Now, the scammers were using the name of a real business, and they told the woman to send them money so she could get the computer fixed. She did, and a few weeks later, they called back saying they'd overcharged her for fixing the computer. That's when they were able to get her checking and savings account numbers and used several refund scams to steal $8,000 from her accounts. Police say if you get a similar call or computer message, call them immediately. Moorhead police are investigating an apparent assault on the MSUM campus early this morning. It happened right around 3 a.m. near Dahl Hall. One man had minor injuries. The other was cited for misdemeanor assault and disruptive intoxication. Both people involved are MSUM students. The United States Department of Transportation is offering a $500,000 grant to start flights between Fargo and Seattle. The DOT money would guarantee a profit for the airline in the first year of the service. It would also provide marketing support. The North Dakota congressional delegation announced the grant yesterday. Hector Airport officials tell KFGO News Alaska Airlines, which would fly as SkyWest, is interested in the route. Hundreds of students walked out of class at a Twin Cities high school this morning to protest a school board member who allegedly posted a racially charged comment about Muslims on his Facebook account. Students at Columbia Heights High School staged the walkout just hours after one of the member's colleagues voted against a motion that would have removed Grant Nichols from the school board. A unanimous vote is required to remove a board member. Now, the motion to remove Nichols was in response to a September 6th Facebook post from his account saying Muslims spread germs because of unsanitary restroom practices. Well, time to get a first check of our weather on this Wednesday afternoon. Taking a live look at our sky cam. Not too bad out there. Let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn for all the latest details.
Yeah, and most of the day not going to be too bad. We'll see a mix of some clouds and sunshine. Not nearly as windy as we saw yesterday, and temperatures a bit cooler than we saw yesterday. And we'll continue that cooling trend as we head through the rest of the week. Right now, temperatures a mix of some 60s and some 70s. 63 degrees up in Devils Lake, 70 here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, 79 warm degrees over in Wadena. There are the clouds. We do have a bit of cloudiness out there, and we'll continue to see clouds, some sunshine, and Later today, a chance for a few more showers and thunderstorms. We did have a few showers earlier today in northern portions of Minnesota. The last of those just south of Baudette. A couple of sprinkles there. As we head through the afternoon and evening hours, a few showers and storms possible in northern Minnesota as well as the Devil's Lake Basin. The rest of us should stay dry. Chance for a few more showers and storms early tomorrow morning and into early tomorrow afternoon. Today, some low 80s if we're lucky, some low 70s tomorrow, and then even cooler weather, but then a warm up as we head through the weekend. We'll detail all that in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. We'll see you then, Robert. Thank you very much. Hewlett-Packard is cutting more jobs. HP announced plans to slash another 25 to 30,000 jobs in the latest dramatic downsizing at a once iconic company. The new job cuts are part of HP's breakup into two separate publicly traded companies. Before today's announcement, HP had cut more than 50,000 jobs in the last 4 years. A Phoenix, Arizona police officer was shot multiple times during a routine traffic stop early this morning. Police say the officer was working alone in a marked vehicle when he pulled over a car. The officer started approaching that car and the driver shot him at least 3 times. The officer did not return fire. Now, the officer was taken to a hospital with serious injuries, but they're not considered life-threatening. The Phoenix police chief says he's thankful the officer was wearing a bulletproof vest because it likely saved his life. The field of 11 Republican presidential candidates will face off tonight in their second primetime debate. Since the last debate, Donald Trump has continued to surge in the polls, though rival Ben Carson has gained ground on the frontrunner in recent weeks. Experts say that tonight's debate could be a battle of political outsiders, with Trump, Carson, and Carly Fiorina all growing in popularity among voters. Former Daily Show host Jon Stewart was back in the spotlight this morning. The comedian spoke at a rally outside the Capitol today, joining a group of first responders, politicians, and supporters who are pressing Congress for a complete and permanent extension of the 9/11 Health and Compensation Act. It covers programs that provide medical treatment and compensation to first responders whose illnesses are linked to the terror attacks. One part of that act expires at the end of the month. Another is set to run out next year. Well, coming up on your news at noon on this Wednesday, a new report is grading the best and worst fast food restaurants in the nation. We'll run down some of them for you. But coming up next, meteorologist Robert Hahn is back in with weather to help plan your Wednesday.